Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Team of the season is out, and honestly, guys, it is fun. And it's so fun because of the pack weight. It's nice to have packable promo cards. The market tells the story that these team of the seasons are packable just by how cheap some of these cards are. The fact that you can get 3 Playstyle Plus players with some of these insane stats and Playstyle Pluses for 18 to 20,000 coins, other ones for 20 to 30k, and even some really insane cards like some of the D1 Archema players that we bought, traded with, and look to buy even more right now for 250k for a card like this. That is crazy. But it's not only just the packability and the fun and the craftability of the menus and some of that other content that we had yesterday. It's one of the little things that EA did with these TOTS cards that actually turns out to be a massive thing for the fun that we're about to have on this game for the next 7 weeks. We got to talk about that. There's so much content to cover, and there's plenty to look forward to with more TOTS SBCs and leaked content to look forward to this weekend. If you're excited for TOTS now, guys, that it's out, drop a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you're new. Let's get into all the Friday content that was dropped yesterday. There was a lot. We're going to try to get through it at least semi-quickly. We're going to start with the biggest SBC. It was the one we expected. It is Dou. Now, the price is maybe a little more than we expected. He's about 900,000 coins, and the price is really in these first 5 squads here, the highest 5 rated squads, which when I saw this SBC released, I thought, whoa, that's way too expensive. Then I started opening packs, and you realize you're packing so many Team of the Season cards that are 91, 92, 93 rated. It's actually pretty easy to get an SBC like this done. I was doing 90 rated squads, throwing in a couple of 92 and 93 TOTS, filling in the rest with high rated golds from my club, like 87s and 88s, a couple of 89s, and I was getting the SBCs done in record time. 900,000 coins is the list price for this, but with how easy it is to pack Team of the Seasons, maybe you have some saved up packs and fodder, and considering that this is one of the best, if not the best SBC that's going to come out during League 1 TOTS based off the leaks, I think it's actually worth doing. And I will say this, I did him because of the hype, one of the most hyped youngsters right now in World of Football, because of how he's been playing for PSG. PSG's been dominating. I think it's actually funny that PSG lost their first league game yesterday on the day that League 1 TOTS came out, like in a super long time, because they've just had a huge, crazy winning streak or no loss streak going. Then they go ahead and lose. Anyways, this card is insane. I mean, he's very, very good. I put a sniper on him for the controlled lengthy, I will say that, but the 5-star skill move boost, the finesse, he was just absolutely mental in game. It's almost like having 2 Cruyffs, except he's not 5-star, 5-star. I've used Cruyff for 600 games. I'm very well aware of how he plays in game. Dou is actually pretty similar with how insane his dribbling is and how fast he is too. He is so fun and he's incredible to use. So I'm not going to glaze that SBC anymore. You guys can see me play with him on the second channel if you want to get more of an opinion on that. But just know that's one of the better player SBCs that we have. Unless you're saving fully for like Prem Tots or one of the upcoming Team of the Seasons after that, I think that Dou SBC, even though it seems a little expensive, and I do believe his price would be less on the market if this card was in packs. I honestly do. He would be cheaper than 900,000 coins. He wouldn't be a ton cheaper, but he would be cheaper. I still think that's a very good SBC to craft right now, all things considered. Now, the other content on SBC we had yesterday, we had an end of an era tiny card here for some D1 Archema links. Again, this is a boosted chemistry situation here with her card for the end of an era's getting better than icon chemistry. Technically, this one's very cheap, 178,000 coins. Personally, I'm not super interested in it, but if you need somebody who can pass the ball, she can do it. All 5 playstyles, 1 playstyle plus, everything there in the passing category, finesse and technical to go along with it. Again, really cheap, 178,000 coins. Of course, some other SBCs that refreshed yesterday, the 84 plus Team of the Week upgrade refreshed as per normal. That is the best place to put your extra 83s. I know, we do the 83-14, the 83 times 10, and now we have other upgrade packs to put low-rated fodder into, but with the TOTS crafting upgrade and some of the other upgrades that are out right now, just keep rinsing those 83s and 4s into this. Your club and yourself are going to thank you later on when you have Team of the Weeks, as Team of the Weeks just keep going up in price. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But upgrade packs, we kind of alluded to it. There's a new player pick that is out right now, and it's actually very OP. Guys, yesterday, so many people were packing TOTS cards from the 85 plus 2 of 3 player pick. I highly recommend doing this every single day that it refreshes. It's only 1 squad. It's very easy to do, and you get to pick two. I actually picked two Team of the Season cards out of one of these. The other two didn't have TOTS in them, but a lot of people were packing blues from this. Sure, they were kind of the more fodder ones, but I would put a high priority on this 85-203 pick as it does refresh every single day. And then we got to talk about the other upgrade packs that were dropped yesterday, specifically the League One specific 77 double. Now, this is actually the same requirements as the crafting upgrade. So right now, people are saying, Nate, is it better to do the 77 double to have a chance at Team of the Season cards because it's only League One and the D1 Archema? Is it better to do this for the higher chance of a blue, or is it better to do the 77 times 5 because, which is the crafting upgrade SBC, right? The 77 times 5 pack that you get back from this, because they have the exact same requirements, 7 commons and 2 rares, but you get 5 players here, whereas you get 2 and only League One from the other one. Personally, I would do both, right? Drop some to the crafting upgrade. If you haven't completed the objective, I would prioritize this. But once you have the crafting upgrade objective completed, which is 100 completions, then I would start to branch out, try out some of the League One packs. I've heard of some people packing blues from that. I think the 77 times 5 is going to be good too because it gives you more rares back. I like the value of that. You could then rinse those rares into the 80 plus 104 player pick, or you could rinse those rares back into this if you have some commons left over. I mean, I don't think there's necessarily a wrong answer. I just really like the 77 times 5, but there's so many packs out right now. It's good to have options. Now, of course, you're going to get fodder from all those different packs. I think you might get a little bit better fodder from the crafting upgrade pack, the 77 times 5. But speaking of fodder, with these SBCs and with the packability of TOTS cards, we've kind of already mentioned this. Guys, take a look at how much high-rated fodder has dropped. 91 Erling Haaland is 16,000 coins. Yesterday, he was 26K. He's dropped 10,000 coins. The reason that high-rated fodder is crashing and the reason that Ruud Gullit's SBC is now 2.1 million coins. Yes, remember when this was a 5 mil SBC when it first came out and we were all doing this because we knew it was worth it? We also said that in a month's time that it was going to be a lot cheaper because TOTS was going to drop fodder. I remember saying that when this first came out. Well, we've made it there. We are there. This card went from 3 million to 2 million because the high-rated fodders are down so much because they're still packable. 92s are 16K, the same price as 91s. 93s are 20K. 94s, 29,000 coins. Insanity, right? That's why it is so easy to get an SBC like Dou done or to craft through the Gullit because the high-rateds are so packable. So would I invest in fodder right now? Not really. You could maybe try to invest in some of these Team of the Season cards at some point later on this weekend, but one of the main things we're going to look for with investing in Team of the Season cards is for them to actually be required in SBCs. And as of yesterday, this is great for Team of the Week investors. The Dou SBC only had one segment that was a Team of the Week requirement, but it did not say Team of the Week or Team of the Season, only Team of the Week. So you had to, of course, use a Team of the Week into that. We're going to look for that Team of the Week or Team of the Season requirement later on because TOTS will be a great set of cards to invest in. But Team of the Weeks continue their rise. Not a crazy rise, but I'm hearing that people are getting sales above 20,000 coins, and Team of the Weeks were into the selling at 20,000 coins yesterday after the content drop. They're not supplied in Weekend League rewards this weekend. They're not supplied in Rivals rewards. They are 19K into the sell right now. Time is your best friend. Let them rise. Keep lazy listing in the high 20K range, 25 and 27, maybe 29,000 coins if you have those investments made. That's kind of the sell price that I think a lot of us are looking for, right? So I've still got a bunch on my transfer list here. I've got a bunch in the club. We are looking for those investments to pay out soon, but from here on out, they should just keep going up for the near future. That was the SBC content. There was a lot of it, and there was a lot of impact from that. But let's go to objectives because there's some good stuff in here too, featuring as well a new weekly play. This is something we're going to be crafting towards, of course, for the next number of weeks. Just like the last Season 6 weekly play, we can do this through SBCs, scoring outside the box shots, and then Rivals and Champs, and then Squad Battles, Rush, and Friendlies. So you get that one done. And this week, the first week, you get a League One guaranteed, D1 Archema guaranteed TOTS player pack, but it's working towards the final goal of the 93 times 5. So that's there. We love that. GG's. We'll be working towards that as we go throughout the season. We also have a champs specific objective for this weekend. Guys, I think like in the previous years, of Team of the Season, we're going to have specific weekend league objectives to each week of FUT Champs, which is phenomenal. That just means more extra rewards in here in terms of packs, in terms of players like the Paxton Aronson that we have, and there's an evolution inside of here as well. This is actually really cool. The Evo that we had yesterday that we're going to talk about in a second, it's 150,000 coins. You can actually get that for quote-unquote free as an extra reward if you get 11 wins in FUT Champs. That's pretty difficult. So to complete this whole entire objective, you have to get 11 wins in Champs. But even if you're like me, that's not going to get there. I've got 11 one time this year. I'm mostly in this 8 to 9 area. If I can win 9, I get myself an extra 85 plus player pick, the Aronson, and 84 times 3 and a couple of cheeky packs. That's worth it. That is 100% worth it to me to try this out. And extra rewards for FUT Champs is always appreciated. Now, there's a daily play games and the completionist objective. We do love that. I will say the daily play games packs, I think during like FUT Birthday, we had an 82-2 and an 83-2. They kind of toned these down a little bit, but it does feel like the daily play actual objective completionist set here does give some pretty good player picks, a lot of SP, and some good packs as well. We also have the TOTS honorable mentions objective here with Divac Chile and Laborde. Once again, pretty easy to get done, and some SP. You only have to do 4 of the 5 objectives here to complete this one. Definitely would say make sure you get the play 4 done, get yourself that SP, and you get yourself these players in here as well. Those cards also have boosted chemistry. That's one of my favorite things about this promo we're going to talk about in a little bit. It's at least good fodder for Divac Chile, for Laborde, for the Aronson. If those cards aren't super interesting to you, again, it's at least good fodder. Let's go to Evos, because we did have the 3 Playstyle Plus Evo that we were leaked to be having, but it wasn't the only one. There was 2 3 Playstyle Plus Evos dropped yesterday, guys. The first one is a free left back 3 Playstyle Plus Evo, but both the Evos that dropped yesterday kind of have something in common. They don't give as much statistically in terms of upgrades, but they compensate for that by giving playstyle pluses. 3 playstyle pluses for both of these Evos. You can take Cancelo to 3 playstyle pluses. Zay Roberto, I haven't even checked out this Petite going to 3 playstyle pluses. My favorite part about this evolution right here is the fact that it gives Intercept Plus first. A defensive playstyle plus that a lot of us would love to have on our left back. You get a 5-star weak foot in here as well. You get some other really good playstyles, like you get Bruiser, you get Rapid, which is helpful, Pinged Pass Plus, and the other one is it technical? What's the other one? Pinged Pass Plus. It gives 3. I'm blanking on the 3rd playstyle plus. You get Intercept Plus, then you get Pinged. And what's the next one? The very last one is Rapid. Right. So Rapid Plus is the very last one. That's a good Evo, especially because it's free. That's kind of crazy, right? The only other 3 Playstyle Plus Evos that we've had this year have been paid. That's the first free one. The other Evo that was dropped yesterday was also giving 3 Playstyle Pluses, and it is the Dribbling in the Shadows. This is that left mid Evo, but once again, you go to 5-star, 5-star, you get great rolls for a left wing / left mid, but you just don't get that big of a stat boost. Take a look at the Kvaratskhelia card there. You're capped out at 92 pace, 88 shooting. That's kind of a bummer. 92 dribbling as well, you're capped out at. But you can put cards in that are above those thresholds. Like I can put in Hyunmin Son, who's got 93 shooting, which is higher than the stat limit, right? But he still fits into it because of the requirements. That looks like a pretty good card. I had Technical Plus to Hyunmin Son. He's only a 92 rated card, and he's got 3 playstyle pluses for 150,000 coins, taking him to 5-star, 5-star, giving him the rolls that he needs. That's pretty good. This Willian card looks really great as well. If you want to take his FUT Birthday to the next level, you get the low driven shot as a part of this. It's a very good Evo. There are some sick combinations. This Kvaratskhelia is probably one of the top combos right now. You can take a Kvaratskhelia card who didn't get a team of the season and give him a TOTS card with 99 shooting. This does cost you 230,000 coins, but that's a sick Evo. Kind of create your own Kvaratskhelia TOTS, and you get the boosted chemistry because the TOTS Evo cards have boosted chemistry as well. So whether it's the left back What a Mensch Evo or the Dribbling in the Shadows one, whether it's the one you get from objectives or inside of the actual Evo section for 150,000 coins, Evos were not the main part of content yesterday, but they were both pretty good. W playstyles lacking a little bit in the stats. Let's take a look though at the actual team of the season cards that we are talking about packing, that we are watching on the market, because guys, these cards are kind of crazy. Actually, I just forgot about this. I was going to show you some packs in the store because I want to talk about the supply from those packs. I do have some of these 82 plus picks. I haven't done these all week since they came out because these have been terrible, but I've been hearing that there's actually a decent chance of packing some okay cards from these because of the TOTS weight. Again, I think the 85 plus picks are the best ones, but allegedly these 82s are halfway decent as well. I'll open these first two and then we'll do skip picks for the rest of them. 86 and 84 for the first two picks. That's not bad. We turn in an 83 rated squad for this. It could be worse. Okay, yeah, it could be worse. At least I got a walkout. I'm averaging a walkout every single pick. If we can hit another blue, we'll up the counter. 85 rated and 83 rated. Boom. That's not the best one there. All right, last one. Last 82 plus pick. Come on now. No blue. All right, DeMarco and Taram. All right, so no blue for us there. But you just kind of have to send the packs because you just don't know, especially with how cheap these cards are. You just kind of have to try because it feels like you have a chance. And that's what I love the most about Team of the Season. It's lived up to my expectation of a very packable team of promo cards. Like I said, I didn't open the craziest amount of packs yesterday or the highest rated ones, a lot of like 83 10s and 83 14s. And I packed a lot of TOTS cards, and the prices of these cards show that. Actually, guys, EA just dropped some lightning rounds. This is what I was kind of mentioning to begin with. They dropped some lightning rounds just like an hour ago, and these cards have dipped for sure. Like Vitinha, I just picked up a couple Vitinhas at 350. He was 370, looking like he was going to go up, and then EA dropped some specific lightning rounds. I want to point these out to you guys so that you know. The tradable 87 times 4-pack supplies the market a good bit, and so does this tradable 85 times 10. The probabilities are decent from this. I think a lot of people end up opening these for people that like to spend money on the game because they're tradable and they give you Team of the Season cards. So watch out for those because literally since these packs have dropped, this Vitinha has gone from 370 to 340. Cherokee's gone down 15,000 coins. Pacho's actually up. Mend is down, and some of the D1 Arkema cards went down as well. Now, just like we expected, these cards were low early on. And when I say low, like we had one of the craziest situations yesterday with some of these D1 Arkema cards. Dumornay was minimum price. Her minimum price is 151,000 coins, or it was straight away when she was dropped yesterday. I bought one at 151,000 coins and sold it minutes later for 350K. I think people were opening their saved up Rivals picks and Foot Champs picks from last week right away at content. Obviously, those would be the first things you'd open since they're player picks and you're unassigned. And that supplied some of the TOTS cards heavy within the first 10 to 15 minutes. They then spiked. Like Dumornay went from 150 where I bought her to 350 within minutes. Mateo, I bought at 398K. She went all the way up to 700,000 coins. I sold at 650. She, of course, later went up to 1,000,000 coins. But most of these cards started pretty low, right? This is a good graph to show you how the prices moved. They started low, they exploded for Weekend League, and now they've come back down to earth. But I do expect a decent number of them to rise back up today. Of course, you have to be careful with the store packs, like I'm just mentioning, because those are always there, and those could supply the market and make these cards drop a little bit since they are pretty packable. But I think a lot of people are going to wake up today on Saturday. They're going to play Foot Champs. There's heavy demand, right? There's heavy demand for Foot Champs because of the specific rewards, the red player picks that are out there. We started 3-0. It was a great start. Shout out to Dou personally for my Foot Champs journey this weekend, as we're hopefully on the road to 9 or 10 wins. But there's a lot of gameplay demand. I do think these cards are very hyped. They're very easy to link, which makes, I think, very fun squad building, and it just creates just the opportunity to try these cards out. That's what I love about TOTS, and EA has made one small change that I think is absolutely massive for this Team of the Season right now, and then also going forward, is the boosted chemistry, guys. It's incredible for making hybrid teams. Like I have 2 cards right now from the League 1 in my team. I don't have any other links. I do have Kenny Lala. That's false. I do have Kenny Lala, but I was running Dumfries before this, and I'm still on the same chemistry if I take him out because these cards have boosted chem. Now, to get specific, what is the boosted chem like? If you guys remember the TOTS Plus cards from last year, the exact same system. They give 1 club link and 1 nation link. Nothing has changed there, but they get double the league links. They get a huge boost to the league link. So it's very easy. All you have to do is put in 1 player, and you put in a manager with that league or that nation for that player, and boom, you have a card that is on 3 chemistry points. That makes it incredibly easy to then say, oh, I want to try out Dumornay. All you need is a D1 Arcana manager item on your manager, and you're on chemistry. One icon on your team, which most of us probably have from some sort of SBC, if you did Hullet, if you've packed an icon, or if you even did the Become Immortals, Evo situation there, like I have with Erickson. You've got icon chemistry for that, giving you a league boost for each card in your club, in your team. It's so easy to get these cards on chemistry. There's no reason to not try them because it's not like you have to worry to get them on chem. That's awesome. Like GG's EA for doing that. It's not just with, regular TOTS or just with honorable mentions. It's every single card. They said here, it's honorable mentions, highlights, evolutions, and the actual TOTS cards. Phenomenal stuff. That makes me want to go out and buy an Eredivisie card or 2 or 3 or half the team and try them out. Same thing with the D1 Arcana cards. I want to try out this Mateo card and this Dumornay card. Some of these players have so much hype. Chawinga, Mateo, and Dumornay. She is getting hyped like crazy. Look, she just started to go back up. She was 250 when we just looked at her card, and now she's 283. These cards have crazy hype, and that's why I do believe there are going to be some people wanting to buy these today. Can I look at Mateo really quick? Because she was almost 700,000 to 800,000 coins. This is a card that was 1 million yesterday, and now she's 700,000 coins again. Like, if I can snag a couple of her in the low 650, like this, I'm tempted to buy this, man, because this card has so much hype. 600,000 coins for these stats with 4 playstyle pluses. Come on now. No other card on this market right now can really compete with this type of quality for the cost. And that is actually making other cards on this market drop. If we kind of just skip this whole conversation for a second and go to the rest of the market and look at players, like a lot of player prices ended up doing this yesterday. 1.7 mil for Zé Roberto, who's been dropping for the past couple of weeks. Look at his price after yesterday's content. Just still absolutely tanking. Now, he's a rare card. He could rebound a little bit. But, like, who wants to buy this right now for 1.3 million when 1.3 million coins can buy you, like, 7 Team of the Season cards, and you can go try out these insane players that have comparable stats or just a fun card that you want to try out. That's what I absolutely love right now about the Team of the Season squads, about the players that are in it, and about the pack weight. And I think a lot of people are working into this with the hype too. They're getting involved. Did I just win this for 610? Guys, we won a bid on a card. Let's go, man. I often am getting outbid on this stuff. 625. I even feel like I'm okay paying that price too. But like, I'm going to pick up a couple of Mateo here because she is just super duper hyped. Now, I'll tell you this. I think what happens with these cards is they rise for a few hours. Once we get towards content today, they're probably going to dip back down. There's a lot of people that have invested, but I think for a good reason because there's so much hype for these cards and people want to try them out. So I think they rise a bit today into the content time. I actually picked up a couple of Beereth too. 99 pace always gets people interested, okay? So watch out for this card. Whether you're on PC or whether you're on console, some of these cards should be moving today. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But I think you want to sell them, especially before we get too late into the night. Tonight on Saturday, you want to get them out because they probably still drop further. They are getting packed tradable, by the way. I should mention this. They are getting packed from the top tier of rewards inside of FUT Champs. So while there is a lot of demand, once you get that supply and you still get more store packs incoming, like later tonight on Saturday, they're going to get supplied. So I think you're safe for probably like, I don't know, the next 9 hours or so after I upload this video. Pretty safe, which is like me going to sleep and then I'll wake up and hopefully sell my cards and be good to go type of thing. You guys will be awake for it. Most of you watching this video, if you're watching in Europe and the UK or somewhere around there in time zone wise, like that's something to kind of watch out for the timing of things. There's just a lot of hype and you want to buy where the hype is. But again, for the rest of the market, there's cards that have gone up. Like we traded yesterday. We bought some out-of-packs cards, and one of the things that we talked about on the stream and on the videos were buying out-of-packs cards. There was a great Friday night bubble, all right? Like, I bought Blanc for $660 or $70, right, a couple days ago. Sold them right here for literally the perfect price of 800 and what I sell them for, 890,000 coins. That Friday night bubble was phenomenal. Yeah, I sold them for 890. It was perfect timing. But he's back down to 759. So what did I do? I picked up another Blanc because he's a center back. Sure, we have the Thuram that is leaked. I picked one up at 700,000 on bid because I think I'm going to be able to sell this card for at least 800,000 coins again today, this morning. Because again, there's weekend league demand and a lot of people want to buy cards. So you can still trade on the market, but what I think you're going to notice is a continuation of some other cards that were really expensive from other promo teams dropping a bit because the new Team of the Seasons are just so crazy. So be careful out there with those cards that you may have. Now, that's enough market talk. let's get into the content talk, because we still do have one of the reasons why I'm a little scared to go too crazy in on a Blanc investment in a trade is we still have a incredibly massive icon player SBC that is leaked, as I maybe potentially try to buy another one or two of these Mateos here in the low 600K range. We still have this man who's leaked, Daddy Taram, as some people have called him, and as I did in yesterday's video. He's still leaked. Now, here's the thing that I worry about this Taram. If they're pricing Dou at 900,000 coins with 10 squads, 91s and 90 rated squads, this card, when it gets dropped at SBC, if it's today or if it's tomorrow, sometime this weekend, I would expect it to be out. He's going to look very expensive. I bet he's going to have a lot of squads because, once again, Fodder has gotten very cheap. But on the other hand, kind of as we have already mentioned, that's probably going to make his card a little bit more craftable, and you're going to be able to do this SBC with less effort because of all the high rateds that are, you know, in packs right now, and the probability of you packing team of the seasons and making this cheaper. So he's 2.1 million at the moment. That's what I would tell you guys to watch out for today, is the potential price of this and the potential movement on Fodder. Not that it's going to make Fodder go up, but it could make some of the 93s or 4s maybe jump just a bit if he's pretty cheap. But I could see this SBC being like 2.5 mil. Now, as we look at the rest of the leaked SBCs, sure, whoa, we're way zoomed in. Sure, we had two yesterday with Tiny and with Dou. We've got Taram, we've got Basha, we've got Katoto. There are some decent ones in here, but I think the rest of these need to be pretty affordable. I think the rest of these need to be pretty affordable, guys, because other than the Katoto and the Basha and the Taram, the rest of these don't look that amazing unless you have a specific affinity for a certain club or a certain player. We've already had plenty of these cards in objectives, right, with the Divac and the Aronson in there and the Laborde as well. So there's going to be daily player SBCs. That is one thing that EA did tell us in the menus, that daily SBCs are a part of this promo. So that's something that we're obviously going to be looking forward to each and every single day. But whenever they do that, we've seen it with the daily Evos this year. We've seen it with other times they've done daily player SBCs. It's not the craziest SBCs that we see. It's more so that we're getting the daily SBCs. So sometimes the content quality drops when the quantity goes up. But again, it's right now everything's super craftable with these TOTS cards. So that is something to kind of consider and watch out for. Hopefully some of the SBCs are fun and cheap. I really hope that Katoto card is cheap because that looks really fun to me. Maybe the Carpenter is fun too. But again, none of these besides Taram and maybe Basha look like really good. Like a lot of them they just look decent, you know? They just look pretty decent. So that's kind of what I wanted to mention for content today, as I'm still furiously bidding and checking prices here on this Mateo card. You guys will know as I'm sleeping in the next couple of hours if I'm going to end up making profit on that and some of the other cards that I picked up. But I'm not expecting a big day today on Saturday for content. I'm expecting maybe the Taram. That could be the biggest SBC that we have. Other than that here, probably just the regular SBC refreshes. There's so many upgrade packs right now. You got the 83, 10, and 14. It's so nice. Those did not expire yesterday. That's phenomenal. The 8210 eFigs is expiring. I don't know if anything's going to replace that, honestly. We will have to see. Still have the daily silver, bronze, all that stuff, the gold ones in there as well. The last thing to kind of watch out for would be Evos. And we do not have any Evos leaked right now. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that will change. Evo leaks are at least at the moment a little bit suspect too, as there's been a lot of, you know, beef, I guess you could call it, on the Twitter machine of some people saying, I have the leaks or I have the leaks or whatever. So just watch out for that because Evo cards are still going to be very popular. And the fact that the Evo TOTS cards get the chemistry as well, that's motivating me to get more of my evolutions done, like the Doomfries or the Alex Morgan, or I'm still working on an Evo now for Weston McKennie in a chain, right? Like doing these evolutions, I have more, I don't know, motivation to get some of these dribbling in the shadows done, or the brand new free one, What a Mensch, because they get boosted chemistry, and that's actually really, really nice to have, maybe in an Evo team, or if you're going to build some links. Maybe you just need to do an Evo. Maybe you're trying to use the Mertens card here at level 5 in the season. You're like, how am I linking this guy, right? Obviously, you don't have to work that hard to link him. One Belgian manager or a Super League, you know, manager league on a player or on a manager, and you get the chemistry that you need. But maybe you want to make Galatasaray link to him, so you're going to do an Evo. And with the TOTS chemistry, you have a Galatasaray Evo plus that Mertens card, and boom, you're plenty good to go in terms of chemistry. So that's the kind of hype that I could see there being with evolutions, as there's at least a little bit more of that for me. So we'll just have to see what the content is today, but have some fun in the market today, guys. Like, there's a lot of demand out there. That's the one thing I want to leave you guys with. There's a lot of demand. I really hope that this Mateo card absolutely zooms. She is super rare and she is super hyped. And then that just goes for the rest of the team too. It's going to be an amazing day. I'm not trying to flex, but I will say that I had my biggest trade of the year yesterday. We were able to flip a Bradley Barcola from 2.4 million coins to 3.4 million coins. After tax, we made 819,000 coins. And all that means is we have more coins to open a store pack with coins, which will be very fun because we're going to start opening these store packs, guys. We finally hit 10 mil liquid. We did the math. We're over 11 mil liquid. So if you want to see more of that madness, definitely subscribe to the second channel, ! Well, we're not streaming. This is a YouTube video, so it would be in the description is where that link is. There's no commands in the YouTube chat. I now foresee people saying ! Links or something in the YouTube chat. That'd be hilarious. Anyways, yeah, I'm not opening this TOTS week 1 guarantee. Give me the double TOTS guarantee. It's probably going to be like 450 or 500,000 coins. But I'll be there for that because we are making some good flips right now. And I hope you guys were able to make some good coins as well on the market yesterday and going forward into today. We'll see how these trades go. We'll see how these cards move. Last shout, El Clasico in the cup final today. Watch out for Fermin. Watch out for the Madrid cards that are live too, because this is the last chance for them to get upgraded. 3 playstyle plus boost is on the line for the winner of the cup final today. I know there's a lot of controversy around that game, so kind of taking a step back away from team of the season for a second to mention that. But that's kind of what there is to watch out for today on this game. Of course, you've got the showdown in there as well for the 3rd playstyle plus boost for Ansu Fati or Arda Güler, and that's going to be fantastic stuff. But that's going to be the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it. Drop a thumbs up for hopefully me making coins on this Mateo card. Looks like she's getting bid up to 650. I'll pay. I know I got that one for 610, but I'll pay 650 because legit, this card was 1.3 mil yesterday at one point, even a million coins for a long time. I think if we can buy this for 650, hopefully we can sell her for like 800 to 900. She's got that much hype, man. Look at those stats. 4 playstyle pluses in those stats. Insane. Again, guys, if you enjoyed this one, if you're excited for team of the season like I am, as you can tell, I'm yapping all over the place. Drop a thumbs up on the video, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys for another video tomorrow with all the new TOTS content that we get and a lot more to discuss. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.